Hey everyone, Nightwolf here with OG Gaming. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is coming to Xbox soon, and some of you might not know exactly what this game is. I'm here to give you a quick introduction on what the game is about, how it works, and some basics on the mechanics, and some basic playstyles. This isn't an in-depth guide, advanced strategies video, but just a primer for the uninitiated. PUBG, as it's known, is a Battle Royale style game. For those who are not aware, this is a game style that drops in a certain amount of players into an area where the only goal is to be the last one standing. PUBG has a maximum of 100 players in a match, and a very large map. When first joining into a game, you're placed into a loading area. In this area, people can join and leave the match before it starts. This area also gives you some tables off to one side that has a lot of the weapons the game has to offer placed on these tables. Use this to your advantage the first few times you play. Rush over, grab a weapon from the tables, try it out, get a feel for the game and how the controls work. Try out as many weapons as you can. Run, jump, crouch. Just take the time you have to figure out how to control your character before actually being dropped into a match. Once time is up in the loading area, the game stops more people from joining and cuts to everyone in a plane coming up towards the island. This plane starts in a random place around the edge of the map and moves across it. So, each time you play, it's probably going to be ending up in different places. Once you are in the plane, the first thing you want to do is pull up your map and figure out where you want to end up. Where do you want to jump? There's a lot of strategy to this basic decision. If you drop into one of the more populated areas of the map, such as one of the larger towns, or somewhere like the military base or power plant, you will have more players to contend with at the very beginning of the game. On the other side of that coin, if you drop too far outside of a populated area, you may not find anything to help you. No weapons, armor, or healing supplies to keep you alive. There needs to be a balance to this decision-making process as far as risk and reward. Don't just assume that if you drop into a populated area, though, that you'll instantly find a weapon and go on the hunt. There are many occasions you may have to look around a little while before finding something useful. This is especially an issue when you drop into the most contested and busy areas at the beginning of the match, such as the school. Right now, the school is the hottest place to drop in the first moments. There's a lot of healing supplies and weapons found here. The problem is, so many people drop here that if you don't find a weapon right away, you might only be alive for about 10 seconds after you hit the ground. I've had many matches end up like this in the beginning. Sometimes you'll get lucky, and you'll find something quickly. This is when PUBG boosts your heart rate. At this point, your only objective is to survive as long as possible. Finding better weapons, better armor, more ammo, and more healing supplies are key to this objective. A lot of people make the mistake of going on the offensive right away, trying to get as many kills as they possibly can. This isn't necessary, and may not even be a great idea in the beginning when you are learning to play. There is no respawn mechanic in a Battle Royale game. When you die, you have to leave the match and find a new one. This is the other balance in the game that you need to find for yourself. How aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to go around hunting other players, taking the high-risk plays, and killing as many other people as possible? Or do you want to play it more safe? Sit in one area, wait for people to come to you, or for them to go by without you having to engage them. The more aggressive you are, the higher risk you have of dying early on in a match. However, playing it completely safe and not engaging anybody, while being more likely to get you to the end of a match, tends to be a lot more boring. You can easily spend 15 minutes of a match crouched in the corner of a bathroom, just listening to people move around you and fight it out. This will most likely get you farther in a match, but again, can be very boring and not a great way to spend the game. The other mechanic you need to be aware of in a Battle Royale style game is the shrinking of the dwindling population into a more condensed area. If PUBG kept the entire island playable, matches would probably never end, and people would just leave when they got tired of it. As the match goes on, the playable area continues to shrink. This shows on the map as a blue circle where the boundaries currently are, and a white circle where that boundary is moving to. Above your minimap on the screen, it shows you a timer for when this boundary will start moving, and where you are in relation to the place it will end up. If you're all the way to the right of this bar, you're safe, even after the boundary moves. If you are somewhere in the middle, you are outside where the safe area will be, and you need to move. You have to keep an eye on this as you play. As you move towards where the boundary is going to end up, you'll see the little player character on this bar move closer to the right-hand edge. Many new players play it safe, sitting in a house waiting, only to be killed by this mechanic. If you are stuck outside the blue boundary, you take ticks of damage. The later on in the match it is, the more damage each of these ticks does, and the quicker you will die. Keep a close eye on this circle, move when necessary, and you'll survive a lot longer. PUBG is a very challenging game, and can be a lot of fun when you get the hang of it. I'm looking forward to being able to play on Xbox with all my friends, and showing them the ropes of this style of game. I hope to see you guys out there. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you like our content, and I'll see you next time.